Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers. I'm Sharon, and today we are going to be making bell peppers. This is basically our mom's stuffed bell pepper recipe that we've streamlined and we cook in a skillet so that it's a one-pot dish. And my philosophy is, if I'm making a one-pot meal, while I'm doing it, it's really not that much harder to double or triple that recipe so that we have it for dinner one night and then have a meal or two to carry with us. So that's what we're doing. We're going to have one of these tonight, and then we're going to freeze dry a couple of them to carry with us. And I've kept out my lunch, a lunch portion of one of these to rehydrate, just to show you that process. So let me talk you through what I did. First of all, depending on the size of the pieces of bell pepper you're going to be using, usually I cut the bell peppers in larger pieces and I pre-cook those, not until they're completely done, but until they start to get soft. This time I cut the bell peppers in smaller pieces, so I held that off. And another thing you need to know about my cooking, and that is, a recipe to me is a please consider. I usually nowadays I watch a number of YouTube channels, and whatever sounds best, that's what I'm going to put in mine. So our mother could not stand to watch me cook because she wanted to measure everything exactly. I don't exactly do that. So here's the general plan, and you change this around to whatever sounds good to you. Make it what's going to be best for you. And the other thing I want to say as a disclaimer up front is I truly wanted this to be a one dish, meaning that it's going to have everything, the meats, the vegetables, everything's going to be in there, so that we get to the end of a long travel day, all I have to do is heat water. And so you may want to change this some, and that is fine. I'm just showing you what I'm doing for our travel. So I'll give you the basics of a single serving, and then you can double it or whatever as you want. I was planning on doubling this recipe. It actually turned out to basically a triple recipe. Usually when I make a single recipe for my sister and I, we have it that night, and then I have it for lunch the next couple of days. And so it really turned out to be a triple recipe this time. So for a single, you would start with a pound of lean ground meat. And Mylena likes beef, I like ground turkey, so since I was doubling it, I got one of each, and I put those in a skillet and cooked them thoroughly. Now, you want to get as lean a meat as you possibly can in order to freeze dry. And I did that, but I also noticed there was a lot of grease cooking off. I drained all of that off during the cooking process, and at the end I drained more off and realized that there was still a lot of grease in the pot. And so I just put water, covered the meat, let it go on and come to a low boil, and then drained all of that water off to try and get as much grease off as I could, because that's going to hinder the freeze drying process. After that, you add the bell peppers. If you've pre-cooked them, it's not as important, but these were going to be first in my pot because I knew they were going to take the longest. And then you can use fresh tomatoes if you want to. I used a large can of diced tomatoes, and that's gonna, I poured the juice in as well, and that will help the bell peppers to cook. If you want to add some Italian seasoning or whatever, you can, or salt and pepper. Because I was using canned vegetables, I knew they were going to be salt or pepper enough, probably. And so along with the tomatoes, then, because I wanted this to be a one dish, I added a can of green beans and a can of peas. Our mom always added the peas, but I added green beans to help make it go a bit further. And I added a can of pizza sauce. It's flavored a little differently than just pasta sauce. And then tomato paste. And folks, that tomato paste is the key to the flavor, in my opinion. And you're basically just letting all of this cook together. By the way, you could also use frozen vegetables if you preferred. Or you can leave all those vegetables out if you prefer. Now, I know many of you are going to say, where's the rice? And here's my thought. The rice is already shelf stable. If I'm using instant rice, I can cook that rice while I'm reconstituting my meal. And I'm not having to cook rice to put in to dry the rice so that I can reconstitute the rice. I'm just saving a step here. And it will also make the freeze dryer pouches less crowded because I'm leaving that rice out. And I like a little more rice. Mylena likes a little less. That way we can adjust that. But you cover this and let it cook. Folks, with my recipe, you're going to have to taste it. If it needs more seasoning, add some salt, add some pepper. You could add some garlic powder. Would be a good flavor in here as well. Whatever is going to suit your palate. Then I was ready to get ready to start the freeze drying process. Now, I know that there are pre-cut parchment papers that fit on the Harvest Right trays. I'm going to show you why I like to cut my own, at least for things like this. This is a more liquid type of batch, and so because I pre-cut my own, I can have that parchment paper line the sides and the ends of the tray. Once I spread the bell pepper mixture on the tray, I can then cut that parchment paper down to where it is just at the height of the tray. And so I have a couple of trays of this mixture and stick it in my freezer. My freezer's already running. It's going to speed up the process a little bit with the freeze dryer. The total time that this took was around 33 hours or so. Like I said, this was a very liquid, intense batch. And then along with this, in an upcoming video, you're going to see the stir fry that I also did at the same time. I thought the texture was going to be pretty close to the same, and so decided to do these at the same time. But when it came out, the texture really is a lot like styrofoam. It's very light, and you want to be, it's almost fragile. The tendency is to want to do it kind of like you do bubble wrap. Don't do that because that's going to squish all your vegetables and stuff. But put a oxygen absorber in the bags, did the pulse vacuum sealing, and then did a double seal with the Harvest Right pulse sealer, and then it was time to have lunch. All right, it is lunchtime, and I am super excited because I'm going to be having some freeze-dried bell peppers. This came out of the freeze dryer actually, I don't know, several days ago. I did not put an oxygen absorber in here. I knew I was going to be having it soon. Just went on and vacuum sealed it, and it is like the texture of styrofoam. I mean, it is super lightweight. But I'm going to try to replicate what I think our travel plans are going to be. So I already have a rice. I already have a bowl with a little rice in there. I've got some water heating. And we have this insulated bag. We got it at Walmart. It was like $5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the top off of this. And I have a clip. So when the water heats, I will put some water in here to rehydrate it. Roll this over a little bit. Put it in our insulated bag to warm. While I'm doing that, I'll put water on my rice to cook. So hopefully The two come together about the same time. And, you know, this is one of those things that could be, you get to choose how much moisture you want in there. So, let me get the water and we'll get to it. Wow, you can start smelling it as soon as that water hits it. It starts smelling so good. That water is really hot. Take that, just break it down in there. Okay, now, let's see here. There is some, that looks just like tomato paste. So we're gonna go on and put a little bit more water in there. And I am going to fold this over a couple of times. And put it in our insulated bag. Okay, folks, before I taste this, even though it smells so good, I'm being very patient here to do this, but I want to show you something. This meal actually has, now granted it's for a larger portion, but had like 4 cans of vegetables with the tomato paste, the tomatoes, the green beans, and the peas, and the meat container. Those cans have already been recycled. This is how much trash we now have to clean up. That's it. There is no pot or pan to clean up. This is it, and the bowl I'm eating out of. Granted, I could have eaten out of this bag if I were hiking or something, but I'm not. I'm gonna be in an RV. But if I don't want to clean up anything, then yeah, I certainly could eat out of that bag. So now, let's see how it tastes. Make sure I get some bell pepper, little rice, everything. Honestly, this is better than when we had it last week because I didn't have any room in my freezer or freeze dryer for it. It sat in my refrigerator for a couple of days and all of those flavors just mixed together. This is amazing. Wow, this is a hit. I'm glad I made a couple of extra meals to carry with us. And like I said, this is how we plan on doing it. Putting the rice in the bowl, letting it cook while this rehydrates, reconstitutes, and heats. And that is awesome. So if you're looking for a one-pot meal that you can take camping with you, this is definitely, in my opinion, a hit. So, that's my review, and folks, I'm going to have some lunch. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.